Oh yeah, here it is.
Ornlu, give your fans and chat some attention. We're dying for the Ornlu love.
No, Aurelius, I refuse. You don't just get attention because you ask for it. Kappa. Uh, hey, Debbie's chat. I got's chat open.
Is there a tournament I can join? I'm 1,200. I have no idea. You might have to look. Why is the tournament called ABCD? We have Artie in chat. Artie, maybe you want to explain some plebs in the chat why the tourney is called ABCD? Okay, the game ID we have already, but they haven't started yet, so we are still good. We're still good.
All right.
So, but we see the bands already. Are you also voting for our pro Cherryman?
Well, he's against Gian. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he won the last one, so obviously all of the victory is riding on him. He's ready to go. I assume. I hope.
Yeah. But too bad Oasis is banned this time.
Oh yeah, that.
And
That
they
game.
that was so good. It was really funny though.
Yeah, it was.
And by the way, thank you. I know your schedule is so full, but I'm really glad we get to cast another set, especially since it's our guy Cherryman.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the
No, I
games.
was.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, are the games ready?
No. Keep
Oh,
going.
okay. No, I was just saying that this is perfect because like I'm feeling too tired to stream, but like I want to do something AoE, so casting the set here is going to be good, and then I got other things I need to do for YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. Are you streaming at the moment?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay. But you know you're free to stream, right? I told you that
Yeah.
already. If you just need some content. We see the bands of Mayans and Malians. They have no bracer.
No, they do not. I feel like I'm the lone Malian fanboy out there. I think they're super good. And then everyone's like, no, they don't have Bracer, they don't have Hal, and they don't have Siege Ram. That's like the 3 upgrades that they need, like any Civ needs. But they have everything else.
Yeah, well, don't ask me. Let's see if they have started. Yeah, we can jump in the game.
Awesome. Which one is the match ID? Or I can just search the player.
I'm gonna pause. Sorry. My chat also spammed it earlier. Debbie is louder than I remember. Is Onlu too quiet? Do I have to make him a little louder? I'm just gonna lower myself a little.
Yeah, I got the game, guys.
Is Onlu fine for you guys? I'm at
Okay.
3 seconds.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, so on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Tell us about the Sifs.
Yeah, we got Cherryman versus Gian. I also appreciate that Cherryman is playing in the cherry color of red.
Yes.
Cherryman, the cherry Chinese player, to the west of the map against Gian's Aztecs to the east-ish. So yeah, Aztecs, Chinese, both two very much top Arabia civs right now. The thing I always say about Chinese is that the more closed and easy to wall the map is, like the better for them, as they like being a little bit more passive in Dark Age, early Feudal Age, but Aztecs are like the opposite, and they just kind of want to get up in your face.
Uh-huh. Thank you. When we check the maps, Red Cherryman, I don't like his gold spots at all. He has everything in front, only the other gold that is a little in the back, but it probably takes a while until he's scouting this. His main gold is forward, which sucks. His berries are in the back, which is good. I mean, he can wall his base, but yeah, as I said, I don't like his main gold. What do you think?
Yeah, the main goal's a little bit awkward. If he does scout the gold in the back, it can be okay. In early game, he can wall the main goal at the front and just take the secondary gold at the back. And then once he hits Castle Age, he can just throw down a town center on the main gold and then be a bit more safe that way. And thankfully, the rest of his map is fairly wallable. You can just play connect the dots with the tree lines and be good to go.
Yeah. What do you think about blue space? I would say it's similar, besides having the stone in the back. But gold is front, berries are front.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but again, he's got both secondary golds and secondary stone in the back, and also actually a neutral stone and a neutral gold that are really close to him as well.
Oh, yeah,
So
true.
on the one hand, it's very open, more so I would say than Cherryman's map, but he has tons and tons and tons of safe resources as the game drags on. So if he can, like, I'd say, be in a more aggressive position, which should be pretty easy as Aztecs, I think he can be pretty well set up.
Yeah, true that. I mean, yeah. I mean, he needs a lot of gold if he wants to go for Eagle Warriors, which he will probably want to do.
Mm-hmm. So noticing that with, of course, Chinese have a very awkward start with not having any food and all
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always, I think, interesting to see if noobs can sort of tackle that. And it looks like Cherryman is a little over a villager ahead, plus Loom. So he's actually done a pretty good job of adapting to the Chinese start and making sure that it's actually a bonus that he's working with and not a deficit.
Yeah. I would say this is a doubt mill we see here.
Yeah, I would
From
say its
It's
placement is
okay-ish.
rather doubtful.
Yeah. Blue has not built a mill at all yet. I'm wondering why do you think is that? He forgot, or he just rather goes for the meat, or
Well, that's a bit of a doubt lure. Speaking of doubt things,
yes.
and it looks like he's already eaten through most of his sheep and just now going over to the mill.
Yeah. I would
And
have
I actually
not
don't
placed...
even like that position. It should be on the other side.
Yeah, I would have placed it in in the corner there. Or if I place it on a straight line, then I leave a tile in between. So the villagers can be all there in the back, gather the berries, and you can also wall off the left and the right side in case of a scout rush.
Yep, if you place it like diagonal to the forage bush at the south, then that's walled, and then you can have all your villagers with super efficient foraging.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no,
Gian!
oh no, no! Full disaster!
Oh no!
He probably didn't notice that they were already finishing the other boar and went forward to shoot on that one.
Yeah,
Guys,
and this is...
Sorry. Yeah?
Oh, this is the problem when you don't go to forage bushes early enough. It's not about the food income, like, in and of itself. It's about distributing your food income between several different sources so that you're not stuck with, like, all your villagers being idle at the same time. And, yeah, that's kind of a lesson that Gianna's learning the hard way.
Yes. Chat, I don't remember how well Gian played last week. I mean, we all know he went to the second round, but I can't possibly tell whether he played well or not. Can we see the elos in chat again? Okay, Gian is 965 and Chairman is 1053. So let's see. I don't remember Chairman playing like super good, but it was definitely one of the better players. So I'm a little surprised that Gian's elo went like that low. I think he played 1v1s, I guess.
He could have just, you know, lost several games in a row.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm used to seeing my elo plummet just a little bit, just because you have some bad games. You know, you get 100 elo, you lose 100 elo all in a few days. It happens.
Yeah, of course. I can sing a song.
Oh.
Okay, this is a doubt mining camp right there as well. But I like that he's at least using it, like using the gold spot for walling. But guys, you don't want to do it because if your opponent comes with archers, he can easily get you away from there if you're not towered. Maybe put the barracks in front and then wall around it so the gold spot is not like vulnerable like that. Or even use the gold spots in the back, since he has two in the back. So yeah, he also hasn't scouted his two sheep yet.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But no, you're totally right, Debbie. Especially since these cliffs are here,
Yeah.
you can either A, go forward with your walling a bit and, use the barracks, help give you a bit more line of sight and protection, keep your main gold safe. Or if you're feeling a bit more conservative, you can use the main gold as part of your wall, but then you just take the gold in the back. Because right now, like you're saying, some archers could just very well ruin the day of Gian right here.
Yeah.
But he's going to be hitting Feudal Age. Several villagers. He's like 3 vills behind Cherryman right now, which is that's not great early on. And he lost his Eagle Scout. Oops.
Oh no. To the TC? Oh yeah. Also, Red still has a goose he didn't eat. He used for scouting. It happens to me too. Once you scout it so much, you just lose track of where you like put them.
Oh yeah. Well, he has a goose on the loose.
You see, guys, Ornlu's jokes, Ornlu's phrases right here. That's what you guys paid for. It's only $5.
Oh yeah.
You got it all in a package.
Oh yeah. All of the rhyming. But no, this is why you want to just like what I do is you just select all of your sheep or whatever and just count like, okay, do I have 4? Oh, if I have less than 4, then I need to find one somewhere. At least most of the time.
Yeah, like I never lose track on my sheep unless I send them to scouting. So that's why I can understand that Red probably has forgot about this goose. Red seems to be completely walled off almost. Besides that gate and the stable, there's still a hole.
Yep, gonna want to patch that. Maybe this villager is coming to do just that. Or maybe once she finishes the gate. And Cherryman, he's coming forward with some scouts. The overall game plan is solid for Cherryman, and that's great, right? Like that's what you want to be seeing because you can always improve your mechanics, like just with more practice, but you need to have the game sense and knowing when to do what. That is something that's like a little harder to teach, I guess, if you don't know it already. So it's good that he's doing that. I'm kind of surprised that Jian's not really doing anything. Like, he got up to Feudal Age, but has just been making a couple spearmen that are actually out of position.
He's just reacting, basically, to the scouts. He's gonna lose that villager there. That villager's trying to wall, not making it in time. And yes, chat, this is the Arabia. Our tourney, like the first map of the tourney, like of a set, is always Arabia. And then the home map of a loser, and then the third map is also home map of that loser. So, yeah. So we don't know which maps we'll see later. Oh yeah, that's disaster. Where are the spears? Are these spears doing anything?
There isn't a gate anywhere, so the spearmen are having to walk the whole way around, and that's why...
No. That's so
That's why you want to have your spearmen spawn inside your base, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Guys, if you have your spears up here and they have to walk all the way, just delete a palisade wall so they get in there faster.
Did he just delete a villager on accident?
Yeah, he probably just wanted to delete that wall, palisade wall.
Yeah, I heard the death cry
I was
of a villager.
confused there too. Yes, I saw. I heard it and like and then I just saw the dust of a palisade wall, and then I was just like, okay, accidentally killed a villager. Yeah, he's already 9 villagers behind. And
this is just a really unfortunate game for Gian. Like, we've all had games like this where you fall very far behind in early Feudal Age, and you don't really want to like just give up because the game's barely even started.
Yeah.
But you're just completely scrambling. You're not able to be walled, and your opponent is just going to be continually applying pressure to you.
Yes.
I'm not too sure why Cherryman's splitting up his scouts so much. I think you want to keep them as like a hit squad together. But at least he did get another villager.
Yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of noobs. Like, first of all, guys, this probably is the first tourney these people are playing. And of course, they are nervous. They know they have been watched. They know they are being casted. So, yeah, they all play slightly worse, probably, than they would if they just played by themselves. Besides that, they're newbies, and yeah. So, they probably get, like, super panic mode once they're being attacked in Feudal Age aggression.
Yeah, if there's anything that noobs are scared of, it's any sort of early aggression. Because, you know, they want to feel comfortable. and getting up to their game plan, armies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, the aggression from Cherryman, although it was very normal, I would say, even just standard Arabia aggression is, it can be a lot to deal with if you're not completely walled, which is why you need to be walled by the time your opponent hits Feudal Age, and Cherryman already on the way to Castle Age.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's not playing that poorly.
No. Lick and Cherryman last time was pretty balanced because both were around like 1050. So, yeah. I actually thought like this round's games would be more balanced since like all the newbie noobs got sorted out last week. But it seems like Gian is one of the guys that were lucky to play against someone who was even noobier.
Oh man.
And of course we don't mean it in a mean way when we say that. We love our noobs. Can I have some hearts in chat for our newbie noobs?
Oh yeah, and this is all for fun, and it's about having fun playing in a more competitive environment and just sort of getting experience doing that. I mean, I know that I've played in plenty of tournaments before. I don't think I've played in any noob tournaments, but I've played in like qualifiers and stuff for like normal tournaments and just, getting absolutely clapped in the early rounds. And it's honestly kind of, I mean, it's not fun to get clapped, but it's at least fun to be in that environment, go through like draft and bans and stuff. And it can be a lot of fun. And I hope players aren't discouraged if they lose early. Just keep practicing, keep improving.
Yeah.
And yeah, have fun playing Age of Empires.
Exactly. Lou is building an archery range now.
So he is.
And he's going on stone with another doubt mining camp. There's just like a few things Blue could improve and then would play way better. That means like learning how to place things in a good way. And how to deal with early aggression and, wall off better. Like, instead of making that long-ass wall in the back, he could have just connected those wood lines, for instance. Like, zack, zack. Or
like
if he... Yeah, or just connect this wood line to the stone and to that wood line to be faster. But since he made this long wall, like, it took him too long to wall, and so red could come in.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Like I always say, just when in doubt, play connect the dots with your walling.
Yeah.
Just go from tree line to cliff or resource or whatever, and that will probably be your best option. Already we're going to see Cherryman going up to the 3 town centers. He's actually on a ton of resources in the bank. I don't think he's really done anything with Castle Age other than just adding in additional town centers. I mean, I guess he doesn't really feel like he's under any pressure because he did so much damage. So I guess he's feeling like, okay, I'm ahead, I'll just sit back and boom.
But do you remember, we've seen this from Cherryman before, like against the game versus Lick, where we actually thought he would be like in a bad position and then actually won in the end. He was walling off, like did a bit aggression and then just walled in, boomed a little, didn't do much with his advantage of being Imperial faster and Castle faster. But I think that's kind of his game style somehow. Like he does feudal aggression and then he's just like, okay, now I boom. Okay, I'm Castle faster, but I don't do nothing. Okay, I'm Imperial faster, I don't do nothing.
I mean, that's kind of, in a way, like MBL style, where you're just doing something early and then you're just chilling, sitting back. It's not necessarily bad. Obviously, like, if you have an opportunity to win the game, because you're up to Castle Age so much faster. Honestly, just throw down a forward siege workshop, go double stable knight or something, and 3 forward barracks. Now that's doing some aggression.
From red, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they are funny placed. They're funny placed. Derp, derp, derp. Like he basically dropped them on the way scrolling to blue. I would have just placed them like dum 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 or dum 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 and not dum dum dum. Sounds like a good build order, but no experience ending games or putting pressure. Yeah, that's the feeling we got last time from Cherryman, right? We actually thought he was in a really, really bad position. Because he was fast with everything, but he didn't really do much. But his army composition was way better, and also Lick traded really, really bad. And then, of course, Cherryman came up with a transport ship over Oasis map. And it was really, really... Dum, dum, dum.
Transport ship.
Exactly. Immaculado.
Yikes. I guess he's going for the swordsman, thinking, okay, my opponent's Aztecs, they're probably going for Eagle Warriors, so I'm just going to go for the counter to Eagle Warriors. And he might not be wrong. It seems like Jian's a little indecisive in what he wants to be doing.
Has that archer range and a few archers. No, skirms queued up. He goes elite skirms? Why? Oh.
Don't spend resources on stuff unless you know you're going to make use of it. And he has no reason to suspect his opponent has a bunch of archers right now.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Maybe he mixed something up counter-wise? Do skirms counter long swordsmen? I don't think so.
I mean, not really. They do have the range advantage, and if you have the power of micro, you can, micro back against the long swordsman, but especially once Squires comes in and you're the swordsman a little bit faster, they'll just mow you down eventually. And Eagles obviously are going to do even worse as our pikes.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't send your Eagles there. Also, the villager count, it's 51 to 79. And yes, Amaculado, I know you're from Vipe's chat. I know you. And I'm glad you made it to my stream today.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm really interested why he went for skirms. Does he even have ballistics? Doesn't seem like it.
He doesn't have fletching. Also, getting +1 defense before fletching, wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
As a rule, for melee units, get defense upgrades first. For ranged units, get attack upgrades first.
Yeah, guys, I told you. Last stream I told you I learned that from Ornlu. Here you have the confirmation. He's saying it again.
Yep. It's a good rule of thumb.
Huskarls with skirms. Well.
I mean, the Lord can do what he wills, and the world must bend to his decisions.
Exactly. When he says long swordsmen counter eagles, then when that eagles counter long swordsmen, then be it. Blame Ornlu if you do it and don't win immediately the game. Exactly, guys.
It's always my fault. I'm used to it by now. Also, we're seeing Jian actually, I would say, overcommit to upgrades. Like, he's got +2/+2 pikemen.
Yeah, but
like,
what for?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what for, but upgrades are good, but you don't want to make upgrades at the expense of your units, and he's just working off of one barrack, so I'd much rather see all those resources just going down into additional barracks or archer ranges or
still
something.
Making skirms, and I just really have no clue why that is. And also he makes skirms out of one archery range. Do you think he might have seen Masterpiece? Oh, does he?
Yeah, it just has range in the one barracks.
Oh, you mean, yeah, two military. Okay, I was like only out from one archer range. Do you think he might have has seen too many pro players like trolling a little with skirms, and now things like skirms are the shit?
Maybe. I mean, you don't really know for sure. Oh, defensive castle.
Oh, but he's in already. I'm not sure if that castle will go up. Maybe wall off there quickly and here, so he cannot come in.
Oh
no!
The long swordsman randomly walking over the castle foundation. Start the castle! Quick! Start the castle!
Get him out!
Start the castle! There you go.
Oh no. No, but you can also see like Cherryman like not really paying attention. Like those swordsmen just ran into the TC. No, don't hit the bell. You don't have to hit the bell. You don't have to like have everyone idle.
Honestly, like for Jian, I think just playing the Art of War scenarios would probably help him a ton, because it just seems like there's some basic game things that he doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
And the Art of War scenarios are actually really good at teaching you those sort of basics that everyone should know.
Yeah, especially our silver boy.
Oh yeah, well, you know, there's only so much you can ask from a noob like Viper.
Yeah, that's true. At least he got silver. I think I would have to like comfort him 2 days and not only one if he got bronze. So.
I mean, one of the like 1 or 2 of those are actually kind of tough to get the gold medal on, but I still got them all within my first few tries.
Villager count 61 to 113. I would really would like to talk to Gian after, because I would really like to know why he went for skirms, like what he was thinking.
Maybe he doesn't know what counters swordsmen, because swordsmen don't have a natural counter, like skirmishers counter archers,
Yeah.
camels and pikemen counter cavalry. There really isn't anything like that for swordsmen. That's like kind of the point of the unit.
Yeah.
So he just needs to know that, okay, my opponent's making swordsmen, I should be making archers.
Yeah.
Because archers beat swordsmen. Or heavy cavalry if you're playing a civ that is not, one of the
Yeah.
American civs. Or even Jaguar warriors.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea to make Jaguar warriors. That's what I did. I played Aztecs once, and Gluttony was with me in voice. And I had so many eagles, and I actually kind of crushed my guy, but then he came with all these swordsmen, and then I was just like, I was about to GG, and Gluttony, no, come on, let's try. And then I went for Jaguar warriors and actually won that game. It was a really intense game, and it took a long time.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think I hosted you and
Oh,
when you
maybe.
were in the middle of that game. Yeah, because I remember that. But yeah, like Jaguars, they're sort of they're a really situational unit because you're not usually up against a bunch of swordsmen or even like halberdiers as Aztecs, but if you're in one of those situations where you're up against a bunch of infantry, oh yeah, press that Jaguar button. They'll chew through everything nice and easy.
Yeah. I mean, militia, like long swordsman units, and then champions and whatsoever, that line of that unit, they're really slow. So what is, of course, good is like arbalest crossbows to get those guys killed, like range units. So maybe he was thinking that when he went for skirms. But I really think he should have went for crossbows instead.
Yep, it's not like he didn't have any gold income, because he totally did. I mean, now he doesn't have gold income, but he did at the time.
Yeah.
But now you're in Castle Age, your opponent's in Imperial Age. It's just around 3 times the population for Cherryman right now.
2 TCs next to each, castles, man, next to each other. I mean, he's Imperial. Blue should know then that it's GG, because he's just trapping away those castles easy.
Yeah, I think in some situations, players will resign too quickly because they lose all hope. But you should always be asking yourself, if you're in a bad spot, is there anything I can do to potentially make a comeback happen?
Yeah.
That isn't just like my opponent, deleting all of their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, usually the answer is either going for like some big concentrated push or doing the exact opposite and just raiding your opponent like crazy. Like, I've made comebacks like that happen. I've seen comebacks like that happen in pro games all the time. Just always try and plan ahead and think about what can I do to win the game.
Yeah. But I mean, right now, what would him win the game was if he was on the way to Imperial, had 50 more villagers, and instead of placing TC there, a good TC placement would have been here to cover the gold spots, and maybe like a castle right here, rather than having 2 castles next to each other being like just crushed away by traps.
Yeah, you want your castles next to each other if you're going for like one big concentrated push, or if you know you're going to be in a Treb war.
Yeah.
That like you want your castles so they can cover each other and the Trebs will pop out right there. So like the castles being close together for Cherryman makes a ton of sense, but because Jian's in Castle Age, it doesn't really make sense. And yeah, obviously that was
GG.
over from Feudal Age.
Yeah.
But Cherryman just taking his time, getting to a good army composition, and slow pushing it.
Yeah. I really liked it. I also liked that. I mean, it was clear that Blue was gonna call it GG, but I like that he kept trying. So we have something to cast. I mean, he could have called it in Feudal Age and then. Do you stream regularly? Yes, Rai G. I started streaming again in January, then had a little break to private things and. Private things, family matters, and now I started streaming 2 weeks ago. Almost 2 weeks ago.
Hooray, Debbie streams again.
Woo! Now I can host you again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All those shared viewers. Like, there are definitely some streamers that, like, as a streamer, it's like, okay, there are some streamers that you have a ton of shared viewership with. Like, I'm sure 80% of my viewers are also Lidacore viewers. Like, we probably have a huge crossover, and then you and I probably have a good amount of crossover as well.
Well, it depends. At the moment, we got a lot of new viewers through the ABCD that didn't know you or any of the other guys.
Oh yeah.
They just got to the ABCD turn. Yeah, we got a lot of new viewers for Twitch because a lot of viewers knew about, like, got to know about the tourney through the Age of Empires forum that weren't really on Twitch and not really on those channels like mine or yours or Leader Course. Maybe some people knew about T90, but that was about it. So yeah, we actually got a lot of new viewers.
Yeah, and that's great. Um, Obviously, you know, Tristan's a great streamer and people love his content, but obviously there are other people out there and there are other people that you might enjoy. And yeah, I think that people just learning that there is a bunch of people in the community is pretty nice.
Yeah, I know it's really nice what ABCD did. So yeah, that's the reason why I am hosting and rating people like you and such. So all these new community members now get to know all these different people. And once I'm through with this, then I'm gonna host people that have that are from different like communities, so to say, and also have slightly lower few numbers. So we got a next game ID in chat. Do you see?
Yes, we do.
Do you know, Daddy?
It's only $5.
Legion of Loom, thanks for the sub. I'm going to cast your game versus Quotenfrau on Friday together with Artie. And hello, Sunam. Hype, hype, hype. I see, Immaculado, you're feeling home in my chat since Goldstones is here as well, so you can troll around.
Goldstones is everywhere. I'm pretty sure there isn't anywhere that Goldstones isn't.
Yeah, Goldstones is everywhere, confirmed. Debbie and Artie luring all the viewers into the waste forest where the wolf lives. Sounds like a fairy tale.
Ow! I actually just uploaded a video to my YouTube today that I go through like all the different instances where Ornlu is featured in the campaigns and stuff. So yeah, little sellout right there, but Ornlu he's a sort of like a running Easter egg throughout all the campaigns.
By the way, next map is gonna be Arena. I actually was about to tell you that, probably Arena, so Blue has the time to boom. And it's walled off. I was like, I don't know, I was like guessing he's gonna go for it. And he's going Incas, and Cherryman is going Teutons. Do you want to tell us about the Sifs already while we're waiting until the game's starting? And I'm gonna get Eustace in front of the cam.
Yeah, so Teuton's probably, if not the best arena civ right now, a top 3 arena civ for sure. But the fact that arena is so small and condensed because you're just fighting in the middle of the map and it's one big push, and yeah, it can be really hard to stop. That all their units have so much armor now, and they're paladins with like I don't know what 7 melee armor or something, champions, hand cannons. Like they have all the things they need to take down their opponent. Incas, not too sure why you would go for Incas here. Like Incas aren't a bad arena civ, but it's more of I don't think they're exceptional in any way.
So, I'm back.
Do you have Eustace?
Yes.
Gotta reopen your stream now.
Hello. Hello, Ornlu.
Oh, what a cutie.
And you've got the full tummy, huh? You got a full tummy, you got a lot of foodsies. You got a lot of foodsies. Yeah. Hello, ich bin ein Hund. It's a
Dash
ridiculous...
had a huge walk this morning, and it's pretty hot outside, so he is just passed out on the sofa downstairs right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. Here it's quite rainy today. I'm regularly watching Viber 90 and Neely, also the big tourneys. I just gave this a try because you're really funny when commenting in the chat of other streamers so far, like your casting. Thanks. Yeah, I'm a super funny person. Onu probably can confirm.
What? Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Definitely. Very funny. Very funny.
Debbie troll. I'm never trolling. I am never trolling.
No, it's clearly Debbie.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know
Troll.
you were busy. Chat, wait! Justus wants to get in again. I just showed him before. Save me, guys. Hello, you know that I can read my chat, right? Oh shit.
I've been discovered.
Not sure if that is a compliment, Shan. Debbie's as funny as Neely is.
Nilly's a funny guy.
Yeah, but people normally don't understand the humor, so I'm not sure if that is a compliment.
Well, it's it's German humor, right? It's very dry.
It's not German humor, I would say. It's really black at times.
Oh yeah. Definitely got that macabre thing down.
Hi Goldstones, first time in any chat. I'm just here for Justus. 20 seconds and then we can jump into the next and probably last game. Unless Gian has like a super strat.
Well, let's see.
Hello, Nectaria.
You streamer. Pleb streamer.
Hello, I can hear you. You weren't muted.
Whoops. My bad. Anyway, let's see if the arena generation works, because I haven't played arena on. Oh yeah, there's something weird happening.
Yeah. It's super weird these days. Wow. Blue space is just super nice.
Oh, like minor rant. Anyone who watches my stream will know that I go on this rant all the time. But you can see that there's an extra gold and stone. No reference to gold stones, but it's like a quote-unquote neutral golden stone in the back of Cherryman's base that Gian has effectively no way of ever scouting or knowing about. And in a map that can go very late, like Arena, it can be pretty imbalancing, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, he also has... I mean, like, this time at least, they will probably find out about it. Or no... I feel bad for Blue because he has the closed, like he doesn't have a gate in there. So he has to willingly destroy those walls to get in the back. We've seen this in another cast last week where the person never found that one cow. What is wrong with these? Oh, this map is just so bad. I mean, if you are a player like you or I, we know about it. We destroy these walls, right? But noobs probably won't do that, so this must be really frustrating to not find all your cows and not find out about those resources in the back.
The thing that I don't really understand is that the map was fine. Like, it wasn't perfect, but the arena generation was fine before the last patch.
Yeah.
And now it feels really, really bad. And I don't know how it
Hello,
got broken.
Tati.
Oh,
¿Cómo
Tatita.
estás? ¿Cómo estás? Doesn't work. There.
We got all the AoE celebrities here.
Not all of them. Tati, aren't you training with Vipey right now? What are you doing here in chat?
Tato's benched. Feels bench, man.
And hello, Lidako. Egishigdre. Wait, is that the best archer flank worldwide? Yeah, so let's see. My guess would be that Blue is not gonna find that cow, and Blue is not gonna find out about that extra stone and gold and about this 4 tile of gold. I mean, he will probably look for more gold since he only has 2 gold spots in the base, but does he know at this Edo that he's supposed to have 3?
That's a good question, and that's something that everyone should know, that on any sort of standard map, well, most standard maps anyway, at least for land maps, you have 1 main gold and 2 secondary golds. Main gold has 7 tiles, and your 2 secondary golds have 4 tiles, and you have 1 main stone of 5 tiles and 1 secondary stone of 4 tiles. And if you can't find those, then either the map is horribly bugged, or you just need to scout more.
Yep. Oh, Oh, blue actually killed the wall. Nice. Perfect. Oh, that feels so Debbie, man. So good. Because last time, like, I casted Arena last week, the guy never found out about his extra resources and the cows. It was 2 cows in the back.
Oh, that's just so feels bad, man.
Wow!
But, you know, why did we doubt Cherry Man, the legend himself?
Ornlu!
What?
Blue is Cherry Man this time.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice! Until now, because I was like, what the hell? Blue is pushing deer. It's pushing deer into the TC. And I was like, wow, this is Gia next level? And then I noticed, no, wait, Cherry Man is blue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. My bad.
Debbie fail.
Debbie fail. Okay, then it's good. Because Red knows about that gold in the back. He has gotten that cow back there. Because luckily Red had a gate there.
Yeah, that's fortunate. In case you guys don't know why you want to delete the walls in the back of your base on Arena, it's because Arena, you have so little space with which to work already that you don't want random gates and stuff blocking potential like farming space
Enjoy,
or house
Tati.
space or anything like that. And obviously they don't really protect you from anything other than the ever-encroaching black void of death that's on the edge of the map.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Red is gonna come up with, since this is his home map. Wow, what a sentence. This is his home map. So
Oh, looks like Red's having a lot of TC idle time.
yeah. It's 22
Always smash
to
that
20.
villager button, guys.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's actually so easy since DE. It's so much easier to not idle your TC since you can queue up villagers. And during Woobly times, it was way harder.
What changed with DE as far as villagers going, like queuing villagers?
Huh?
Like what changed with DE that made it easier to queue villagers?
Well, you can queue them up. You weren't able to queue up villagers, were you?
Yeah, you were able to queue up villagers.
Oh really? Okay. Then just like queuing up them to do things is new, right? Like send them to wood and then shift click and send them to something else right after. That is new, right?
I think it was in user patch, but it was a lot harder. Like the shift clicking and stuff in user patch was really unintuitive in my opinion. But yeah, one of the nice things, as Rob is pointing out, is that you can queue up villagers after aging up.
Oh yeah,
so that
that's
you
what
can
I
minimize
meant.
your idle TC time.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's also different. You see a number now. Oh yeah, of course. I'm so stupid. Of course you were able to queue up villagers. The difference is, back then I always had to count, like you didn't have a number or the symbol. Like if you queued up 6 villagers, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symbols. Now you have the symbol and a number, so it's easier for you to know how many it is. And also, what someone is saying, you couldn't queue villagers. You couldn't queue villagers and text at the same time. Donnie, exactly. Thanks for the host. How are you doing? I hope you had a great stream. Can we get a shout out for Donnie? Donnie, guys, he was originally from Rocket Beans, and they had a show going which was called Rage of Empires, where him, Marco, Florentine, and Mara were playing Age of Empires, and it was a really funny thing that actually made me play Age of Empires and actually made me get to this community.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you found the Age of Empires through the Rocket Beans guys.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome that, bringing in a lot of German fans to Age of Empires.
A lot.
Well,
yeah.
Germany is definitely, I would say, the plurality, largest AoE community by country.
Yeah. Hello, Donnie. Just want to show my face. And thanks for all the follows, and thanks for the raid again, Donnie. At the moment, guys, if you guys are new, we are Artemis and I'm not sure if Artie is still in chat. We are hosting a tourney at the moment, the ABCD tourney, Artemis Beginner Cup. Bindema by RBTV. Yeah, I said that you originally were at RBTV. That's where I know you're from. I didn't say you're still there. ABCD is Artemis Beginner Cup featuring Debbie, which is me. and it's a elo cap tourney for noobs. The elo cap is 1,100, and at the moment we are in round of 32, second round of the tourney. And the lovely Ornlu is casting Chairman versus Gian with me. That's where we're at right now.
Yep. I am very German. I know all the German stuff. I sprechen Sie Deutsch. Ja. That's about as far as I go.
Good. But it's sprechen, not sprechen. Sprechen.
You know, here in English, we pronounce our stuff with very separated syllables.
Nine, nine, nine. Exactly. Yeah.
It's weird because English is supposed to be a Germanic language technically, like mixed with a Romance language, but I feel like there is a lot. I can understand like French and Spanish a lot more than I can understand German. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know. I found it kind of strange.
By the way, for all the RBTV guys, last week Mara and we were casting one of the matches from the ABCD tourney on Friday. You can find the VOD on my Twitch, just in case you're interested. And next week, Mara and I will cast another game of our ABCD. So keep yourself updated when that will take place.
Yeah. And some of it is indeed like the pronunciation. Like there are some sounds that you only have in German that you don't have in English. And that's true with like any language.
Yeah. So Blue clicked up to Castle Age. He's also just getting started with his military units. I'm not really sure what the idea of Red is. Normally you want to play a fast castle on Arena. Not sure why he only has one of gold. And yeah, I don't know what this build was, what he thought about like going Arena. I have the feeling that Gian is not really familiar with build orders. I think that's something you really, really should look into.
Yeah, definitely. It like just build orders, and like I said, just trying to get gold on all of those Art of War scenarios actually will give you the basics, and you'll probably be able to get to 1,000 just by doing that, and then focusing on your macro and whatnot. Because right now this looks like an AI build order from John. One villager on everything.
Yeah.
At least his farm placement isn't all that bad.
Yeah. Co-cast with Donnie. I think Donnie's really, really busy. I don't know. Donnie, are you still in here? Are you interested to co-cast a match with me? Maybe on Thursday. On Thursday, I don't have anyone yet to cast with, or maybe next week. And this is the second round. Yeah, this is round of 32. This is the second round of the tourney.
I guess. Huh. Cherryman's going for swordsman again.
Yeah, I mean, Gian probably wants to go for eagles again, since he's, what is that, Inca? What was that again? Inca?
Yeah, Inca.
Yeah, Incas. I just knew from the symbol.
Yeah, it was so weird when it came out. Like, I had such a hard time differentiating between all of them, but I guess it's just a matter of playing this game a lot that you can recognize them more easily.
What leader core?
The icons for the civilizations.
Yeah, no, I was asking leader core because him and Artie have trying to figure something out. What's the issue with Wednesday tomorrow? Okay. Yeah. So I'm back in the game. I was just talking to chat. Red definitely should also take care of that lumber camps. And again, we see Cherryman with a way faster castle age time, but didn't really do anything. He's building a monastery now. I think he wants to get monks out and get those relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics.
Yep, that's kind of what you want to be doing anyway. And I'm not too sure what the archery range was for. Making some skirmishers, interestingly. But yeah, do you want to collect relics on Arena? It is a map that tends to go pretty long. Famously long in some cases with matches recently between top players. It's like 6-hour match or something in game time between Hera and MBL.
Oh god. That match. Holy shit, that was so long. RT thought you co-cast with her tomorrow. Oh, I thought we put this on Friday, RT. I didn't know you wanted to cast with me tomorrow. I thought, like, you said you had so many people to cast with this week, so I thought we would only cast one day. Of course we can cast tomorrow as well. I thought you would probably want to cast with someone else, since you weren't casting yesterday and today, so I thought, like... No, you said, like, you have so many people asking to co-cast with you, so I thought we would do Friday and you would cast with those other people. Oh, misunderstanding then, I guess. Yeah, I thought we put this on Friday because of Quotenfrau. But yeah, like, we can just talk about it after the stream. So, yeah.
The joys of scheduling.
Yeah. Okay, we have 43 villagers to 51, so definitely not as bad as last time, but only because Blue wasn't able to go feudal aggression.
Nope. I do like that Cherryman's at least being active with the scout in the middle of the map. You know, trying to screen the monk for like any other random units that might be sniping the monk. So that's a good thing to do, and at least he is booming away on 3 town centers. He's taking a lot of stone. I'm not really sure why. He might just be going for a forward castle drop, because that seems to be a very popular play.
Like, it's really popular in that kind of elo range, I can confirm. I have so many, like, I barely do it. I rather place castles on resources when I play arena. Like, I would place one here, or here on the stone. I would have one in my base. Yeah, forward castles I normally don't do until later that game, when I keep pushing already. But I've seen a lot of noob games where they love to place forward castles, because a lot of, with like lower elo, I would say around 900, 1000, they just resign when they see that forward castle. They think, okay, I'm GG.
Yeah, and to that, I'd say, don't panic. And just, you know, you still have space in the back, ideally. Just boom behind it. I would say the big thing, if you see your opponent go for a forward castle, is either A, make a big army of like light cav or something if they have monks or whatever, or B, try to get your own defensive castle up and then try to get to a faster Imperial Age.
Good night, RT. Sleep well.
To win a Treb War.
Yeah.
Because chances are, if they're going for like a very aggressive forward castle early on, you're going to have a better eco than them.
Oh, nice. Is he gonna convert this guy? Oh, he got him! He got him!
The Vululu was successful.
Vululu.
Just a little bit in the monk's range right there. That's a little unfortunate.
Converting eagles is nearly impossible. Only nearly. Only nearly.
But it is possible. All the relics going in favor of Cherryman. I mean, obviously he's a... It seems like there's a fairly significant skill gap between these two, but it's still, I think, important to note like what these guys are doing well and what they need to improve on. Because I think that's what the the whole point of this tournament, right?
Yeah, it's nearly impossible. It's not
nearly headless. How can you be nearly headless? That's what you sounded like.
No, it's just like someone in chat was like nearly impossible. Because of nearly. So he did not go for the forward castle. He actually is doing what I said, like rather protect your resources, rather like play it a little safe. What do you think why he went for Teutons on arena?
Oh,
like I prefer Franks on arena.
You prefer Franks on every map.
That's
Don't listen to
true.
her heresy. No, Teutons are probably the best arena civ. I mean, they're one of the best. I think it's arguable. There's a few good ones like Aztecs, Malay possibly. Well, not this patch. Not Malay this patch. But yeah, there's some good ones. Lithuanians are super good as well. But like Teutons with all their heavily armored units and wide array of powerful gold unit options with which to kill you, they're just gonna be really strong.
Especially like those, Johnny, who's also in chat, he played Teutons the other day, and he put all his, like the Teutonic knights into siege towers, and it just went, raiding party! He had like 6, 7 siege towers, and like, I don't know, it felt like 50 Teuton knights.
Oh man.
It was so bad. They just took down all the castles of his opponent's base.
But that's like one of those things that noobs will think is super awesome because they watch Viper do it, or someone else. And then you'll realize that
it's actually hard to play them.
It's really
like
hard. It's not like it's a horrible idea that you should never do, but it's probably not the safest or easiest thing to do.
So, you can... Oh, no. You... I mean, Red doesn't know, right? But he rather wants to put a defense castle in his base at the very moment. Or maybe put a castle here to protect that resource. But there's no sense whatsoever. Oh my god, did Red just lose the resources or did he delete the castle?
I'm pretty sure
he deleted. Yeah, okay. Good that he's going back inside. So, one of the things we see a lot of newbie noobs doing is they only place one military building. When you're at Castle Age, at least make sure you have like 2 archery ranges you produce on when you're feudal, and then once you're at Castle Age, and especially Imperial, place way more. You need way more of those. Oh no, is he converting? Oh no.
I'm trying to convert the villagers. Which, by the way, guys, if you convert some villagers in your opponent's base on Arena, you can really cause some mayhem by just, like, quick-walling in your villager and building some stables or whatever.
Yes.
Like, if your opponent's not prepared for it, like, I've seen it win games.
Yeah.
Just, like, I would say that's probably at a level that's a little bit higher than these guys, but just if you yourself are, like, around that level, it's something that I would say that you can cheekily pull off sometimes. But your point about the more military production buildings is very, very, very important, because that way you don't have 10 skirmishers queued up at 1 archery range.
Yes. It just takes forever until you finally got a decent army going. Now he's going to build houses because he's probably going to be housed very soon. I don't really know what you're referring to, Castor AoE, but I think producing Elephantus from 1 stable is fine, right, he is saying. I'm not really sure. Is that like an inside joke I'm not getting, or...
I guess it's referencing the fact that elephants are quite expensive, but, I mean, if you're going for elephants, you actually still want to produce them from multiple stables.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter.
You
want to have them
economy is
created
good enough.
fast. Building more military buildings doesn't mean that you have more resources, like you pay more resources for that unit, right? So if you have 4 stables, you can produce 4 elephants at the same time, which is really important. It's not that you get less resources. No, I'm just saying they are expensive, so you cannot afford 2 stable constant production in early castle. Doesn't matter. You want to have 2 elephants produced at the same time.
Yeah, elephants are awful in low numbers, which is why they're really hard to make work in 1v1.
Good night, Immaculado.
You know, because any monk, any unupgraded monk from any civilization will just convert your elephant, and then you'll be very, very sad, and you spent all those resources on a unit that's now being used against you.
Exactly.
So that's why, if you're going for elephants, it's usually in later Castle Age, unless you're like Malay or something, and going for those silly double forward stable
because they're also so
mass
slow.
elephants. Yeah, they're very slow, unless you're Khmer.
Yeah. Right now, Red also doesn't notice that his villagers have to walk 5 kilometers to the mining camp for gold.
Big yikes.
Actually, the villager count is really good for Gian at the moment. I'm glad he was able to catch up. Blue is Imperial already. I'm not really sure if Blue wants to give us a good match. Or, okay, now the traps are coming. But I'm glad to see that Red is also almost Imperial Age. So yeah, let's see what kind of fight we're getting. I just really hope he's gonna get more upgrades on his crossbows and is getting more archery ranges. I mean, he must notice that he's not able to spam enough crossbows and skirms out of 1 archery range.
Look at this, Debbie. He had like 15 Kameyuks queued up at the castle. Now he has 15 Eagle Scouts queued up at the 1 barracks.
Oh no.
This is like how my dad played way back in the day.
Yeah. It's just so sad to see, because he really, you can tell he had an idea how to play this map. He's just like poorly at building military buildings.
And it's something that might seem super small and insignificant, but it is very much the difference. Because if he had 4, barracks producing Eagle Scouts, they'd be coming in 4 times as fast, and then he'd be able to catch up better in military, because his villager count's totally fine. He's in Imperial Age. It's kind of rough because he's getting trebbed right now, but
Yeah.
the army is very much counterable right now for Cherryman. It's not that well upgraded, and it's Teuton skirmishers and just longswordsmen.
Yeah. What he would need to win this is more military building, so he can spam out more. I mean, he's got the resources. He is sitting on 3,200 fucking gold. The only issue he's got right now is the food eco. Oh no, it's getting up there now. Like, he has so much resources. Please, please place another castle there once you have it. Oh, he's losing it too bad. He also is not able to protect this.
Yeah, it's like, look at the production tab right now. You can see that there are a bunch of cavaliers coming in for Cherryman that split across, I think, 7 different stables, versus 1 Eagle Warrior at a time, 1 Skirmisher at a time, 1 Trebuchet at a time.
Yeah. It's just really unfortunate that he didn't place the other castle right here, so he was able to protect that stone. Now those villagers are running from that stone to that mining camp. I'm not sure what he's thinking, if he's like, I don't want to waste more gold. Oh no, look now! He placed the market right in front of that gate. So now the gold villagers have to walk around the overchopped wood line to the gold, then run back to the mining camp. This is just as worse as it can get.
Ooh, that's pretty feels bad, man.
Yeah, that's so bad. I'm not really sure if he's like thinking, I don't want to waste another 120 gold or whatever a mining camp costs to place at the stone. But yeah, like it's so sad because he would have the resources to fight the hell out of blue.
Yeah, and he's trying to go for like a bunch of cameos to deal with these Cavalier, but they just aren't very well upgraded. They castles down. It's hard to make your unique unit without castles. And now he's like, I guess, switching into just more trash units. But you don't need to do that, man. You got 4,200 gold in the bank. You can make whatever gold unit you can right now.
Yeah, exactly. God. Those villagers are paid per hour. Yeah, let's... It's just so... How can he not notice that? I mean, he's got enough gold, that's not the point, but then rather use those villagers to build military buildings, for instance.
Yeah, just do something with your resources. You can't collect interest in Age of Empires. The resources don't do any good just sitting there in your bank.
Yeah. No, Blue is just like thinking, I'm not gonna run over there to those villagers. I'm just gonna place a sneaky castle here. And then make him realize, surprise! I'm there!
Well, that's like circling in your opponent, right?
Yeah.
Now the real 5,000 IQ play is just to build stone walls completely around your opponent. There's no escape.
The only thing that will make these villas survive is that they're full of stone and now they have to walk back into the mining camp, but no, that didn't work out.
Ripperino.
Yeah, that is really, really unfortunate for Gian. Like, if he was... Oh, now he was building more barracks. Now he's got 3 barracks. Now he's building more barracks on the right. That's just way too late, dude. That's just way too late. Oh, it pains my heart to see this. He has 6,000 gold! 6,000!
It's over... Well, it's actually not over 6,000, but it's, it's almost there.
6,000 gold, 3,000 food. It's just so painful.
And another castle coming forward from Cherryman.
Oh, God. Maybe he could offer some gold to Blue. Like, I'm gonna pay you 2,000 gold and you back up for another 10 minutes, huh? What do you think?
The good old bribery strat. But no. That is going to be GG. Obviously, there was a fairly massive skill difference between these 2 players. But, I think that there are some things that Gian clearly needs to work on. Just like, Gian just needs to focus on the basics. And
Yeah.
it seems like Cherryman has most of the basics down, and he just needs to focus more on his execution.
Yeah.
And you can just see the difference there.
Yeah. Look at these military buildings. That's what Blue needs. But well played by both of them. Chairman has hit strat, even though it was not his home map. He was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go fast castle, then start pushing, go to imp. And yeah, if Red just studies the build orders a little, and then like as you said as well, he would be a decent 1050 player already. I mean, he caught up in villagers with villagers like quite fast. He was further than Cherryman at one point. While Cherryman struggled a little while he was like thinking about which military buildings to use, and when he started pushing, he forgot to make villagers in his base. You could tell because Gian overboomed him there. But yeah, it's still enough. 100 villagers is still fine.
Yeah, I would say you probably want like 130 at this point in the game, but
Yeah.
it's not the biggest of deals.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the stats also speaking for themselves.
But yeah,
Units
like,
killed. Oh wow.
Yeah, the KD is pretty sad if you're
Yeah.
Gian. But if you look at like the resources gathered, yeah, Cherryman was ahead, but he wasn't that far ahead.
Yeah. No, that's what I said. Like Gian had more villagers than Cherryman until he got raided. So I mean gold. Look at that collected gold, and 6,000 of that gold was in his bank when he resigned. It's so sad. So sad.
Yeah, only spending a third of the gold you collected over the course of the game. Yikes.
Yeah. See, Gian had 1,014 when he got raided. Cherryman had only 100 then. But yeah, it wasn't important at that point.
Nah.
GG.
G to the
Can
G.
someone put exclamation mark up